Kate?
Well, hello again. Item M8 is a CIP project. It is for the construction award of the Shiloh Road elevated storage tank rehabilitation. This tank is located at Troop Highway in Shiloh, near the train industries. The construction contract for this project, this is going to include just the tank rehab. So we have split it up into two separate contracts. So it's more efficient in this case to do one contract for the actual tank rehab and then do another contract for the site piping, pump station, other kind of yard work that needs to be done at the site. So this is just for the storage tank rehab. It includes sandblasting and coating of the interior and exterior elevated storage tank with the city logo, and replacement of the tank exterior ladders, roof manway, and fill line. We actually opened bids on March 28th. We had 14 bidders on this project, which was great. The low bid was NG Painting at a price of $588,150. We're anticipating that completion will be of construction will be the end of this year. For that portion of the work. The second portion of this project will be bid on May 9th, so I'll be coming back to you with the site piping contract. But NG Painting, they actually come highly recommended by KSA. They've done work in Amarillo. I think they just got awarded a contract in Jacksonville, so they're very good at what they do. So I am going to request then that the City Council consider authorizing the City Manager to execute a contract with NG Painting LLC in the amount of $588,150 for the Shiloh Road Elevated Storage Tank Rehabilitation, bid number 23031.
So was some work recently done on this tank to get trained more water pressure?
We had attempted to do some work that would allow them to do a fire flow test. Unfortunately, when we tried to pressure up the system to put water in this tank, because this tank is actually at a higher elevation than any of our other tanks in the system. A lot of our lines, we had some busted lines that occurred because we kind of overpressurized the system a little bit. But we talked with Train, and Train is aware that we are still working toward that end of this year deadline on this, and this should provide them with more pressure at their location. But right now, I think they have booster pumps that they have purchased and are using at their site, so their pressures are good at the facility right now.
Any other questions for
Okay,
Kate?
what happens with these tanks that requires, I mean, I know everything requires maintenance, but inside, what goes on?
Really, well, so, we pump our drinking water up in there, and we're keeping it at that elevated area. And when we do that, sometimes a little bit of corrosion occurs because there's chlorine in the water, and that kind of headspace between the water line and the air, there can be some corrosion up on the ceiling. Coating, as hard as you can, as difficult as it is to get a good coating onto a steel tank, there will be sometimes some pinholes that occur, and then if there's any way for that water to intrude into you'll have some corrosion occurring. So basically that's what's happening.
Any other questions?
Yes, and not bringing the piping bids and contract back at this point in time. Just being delayed a month is not going to delay the overall completion of the project, is it?
No.
Because it's not just Train, it's the surrounding neighborhoods also.
Right,
too.
because we will be that's what the pump station and all that is for, and I'll kind of go into that with the next contract,
Sure.
but
Gotcha.
we're enclosing that into its own pressure plane.
All right,
Yes.
thank you. With that, Mayor, I move to approve M8.
Second.
Got a motion by Westbrook, second by McKellar. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. M9.